Ever had a winter coat fail you right when the snow starts pouring? Today we're uncovering the best waterproof winter coats that keep you warm, dry, and fully protected in the harshest weather. Welcome to the channel. Stick with me. This guide will help you choose smarter. All helpful product links are waiting in the description, so check them out. The number 5 product on our list is BANTREK Waterproof Coat. It's wild how many winter coats promise warmth but crumble the moment rain, wind, and freezing temperatures hit. But this one instantly feels engineered for people who refuse to stay indoors when the weather turns ugly. The first shock is the heating system. Because it doesn't just warm up, the panels target the core zones that usually lose heat fastest, creating that rare feeling of controlled comfort that gives you confidence instead of hesitation. Pair that with adjustable heat levels, and suddenly long hikes, ski trips, or late-night commutes don't feel intimidating anymore. What really pushes this coat into serious cold weather territory is its waterproof shell. Instead of soaking and sagging like cheaper jackets, the fabric keeps you bone dry while staying lightweight, an advantage you immediately feel when comparing it to bulkier alternatives in similar winter protection categories. The hood, cuffs, and overall structure feel smartly designed, almost as if someone finally understood the frustration of wind slipping through tiny gaps and solved it without limiting movement. Thick insulation and a reflective inner lining wrap you in steady warmth, giving you that peace of mind clarity you only get when gear actually performs in the field. The pocket layout is surprisingly practical too, especially for anyone who needs room for gloves, passes, or a phone without fumbling in the cold. It's clearly built for active users, skiers, hikers, commuters, and anyone searching for reliable winter armor. Downsides? You'll need your own power bank, and it's warmer than necessary for mild climates. But for people facing wet, windy, high-intensity winters, this coat becomes a trusted partner rather than just another layer. If you want protection, heat control, and real mobility all in one jacket, this one earns its spot without trying too hard. And number 4 is Rdruko Waterproof Coat. It's surprising how many winter coats claim to handle harsh weather, but collapse the moment snow turns wet or winds pick up. This one immediately feels different, almost like stepping into a shield built for people who actually move through real winter, not just pose for it. The first thing that hits you is the fabric. Instead of that stiff plastic feel cheaper jackets have, this material blocks wind and water while still letting you breathe, giving you an immediate sense of safety and control. Then the fleece lining kicks in, wrapping you in a warmth that feels steady rather than overwhelming, a calm that lets you focus on the adventure instead of the temperature. Compared to bulkier alternatives in the waterproof winter coat world, this piece strikes a smarter balance between insulation and mobility, making every climb, hike, or icy walk feel lighter and more natural. Details like the detachable hood, snug adjustable cuffs, and weather-sealed pockets show a thoughtfulness you rarely see at this price point, and it becomes obvious the design was meant for people who actually want to use their gear, not just store it. The pocket system is especially satisfying for anyone who hates juggling gloves, maps, or phones in the cold, adding a layer of convenience that genuinely changes how you move outdoors. There are a few trade-offs. It's not meant for extreme Arctic-level temperatures on its own, and style-wise, it leans more practical than premium. But for most winter adventures, from skiing to long commutes, it brings that peace of mind, warmth, and storm-proof protection people search endlessly for. If you want a jacket that feels like a smart, dependable choice without unnecessary weight or complication, this one stands out with confidence and quiet capability. The third one on our list is CAMEL Crown Waterproof Coat. It's wild how one coat can instantly shift you from bracing against the cold to actually enjoying the weather, and this one delivers that feeling the moment you slip it on. Instead of relying on bulky insulation or gimmicks, it uses a smart, layered approach that solves a problem so many winter travelers face, choosing between warmth, waterproofing, and mobility. The inner fleece feels like stepping into a soft, heat-locking cocoon, while the outer shell adds that tough, storm-ready protection people expect from top waterproof winter coats. Together, they create a system that adapts to changing conditions effortlessly, something cheaper jackets rarely pull off. The wind-blocking design is especially impressive. It creates this calm bubble of stillness, even when icy gusts hit, a kind of relief that keeps your focus on the moment rather than the discomfort. Compared to other multi-layer jackets in the same category, this one feels more refined, lighter, more breathable, and easier to move in, which makes long hikes or ski days noticeably smoother. The pocket layout also feels smarter and more secure, giving you that peace of mind when carrying essentials in unpredictable weather. There are some trade-offs. The style leans a bit more technical than casual, and the fit can feel snug if layered improperly. But the overall performance speaks to anyone tired of winter gear that falls short once the real weather hits. If you're searching for a dependable coat that blends warmth, dryness, and flexibility without weighing you down, this one stands out as a genuinely confident choice. It brings that reassuring mix of comfort and capability people trust when the cold turns challenging, making it a strong contender for anyone wanting winter gear that truly works with them, not against them. Number 2 is TREKEK waterproof coat. It's surprising how one winter coat can instantly shift your confidence in harsh weather, and this one does it the moment you zip it up. You feel that soft thermal lining wrap around you like a heated shield, solving a problem so many people face with winter gear that looks tough but folds once the temperature drops. Here, the warmth feels intentional, balanced, and built for real movement, something outdoor lovers immediately appreciate. The waterproof shell adds another layer of reassurance, creating that calm sense of safety you only get from coats engineered for unpredictable conditions. Compared to other waterproof winter coats in this category, this one feels lighter, yet more protective, making long hikes or snowy commutes far less tiring. The wind-breaking hood and the thumbhole cuffs are small details that create a huge emotional payoff. When icy gusts hit, you stay locked into your own warm space instead of fighting the elements. Storage is also smarter than expected, with pockets that feel secure enough for essentials without bulk or awkward placement. Of course, it leans more toward an athletic, outdoorsy look than a casual one, and the fit can feel snug if layered heavily, but these traits also contribute to its performance-focused personality. For anyone wanting a dependable coat for winter adventures, this jacket delivers that comforting blend of warmth, dryness, and freedom of movement that viewers of this channel know we take seriously. It brings that tested in real weather confidence that makes you feel prepared rather than overwhelmed. If you're tired of winter coats that promise durability but don't hold up when conditions turn extreme, this one stands out as a smart, trustworthy choice that earns its place in any cold weather lineup. Now moving to the last one is TACVASEN waterproof coat. It's surprising how a winter coat can instantly shift your entire mood in brutal weather, and this one delivers that feeling the moment you pull it on. Before trying it, many people struggle with jackets that promise protection but still leave them soaked, shivering, or fighting the wind. This coat solves that problem with a confidence-boosting balance of water resistance, warmth, and mobility that makes you feel genuinely prepared instead of just covered. The fleece-lined interior brings a calming sense of comfort, almost like stepping into a heated cabin after hours in the cold, while the wind-blocking design keeps that warmth locked in, even during harsh gusts. Something many coats in this category fail to do. Compared to other waterproof winter coats, this one feels more practical for real-world use, offering thoughtful touches like a detachable hood, adjustable cuffs, and a stand collar that creates a secure microclimate around your face. The pocket layout is surprisingly functional too, giving you space for winter essentials without the bulk or awkward placement that cheaper coats often suffer from. It's not the heaviest or puffiest jacket out there, which might matter for those needing expedition-level insulation, but for everyday winter adventures, skiing trips, and cold weather hiking, it hits a sweet spot between protection and comfort. What really stands out is the emotional shift it creates. You feel safe, you feel ready, and you feel like you made a smart investment in gear that respects your time outdoors. If you want a winter coat that actually performs in messy, wet, unpredictable conditions and gives you that reassuring sense of being fully equipped, this one earns a confident spot in your lineup. So guys, this wraps up our video on the best waterproof winter coats you can buy right now. I've added all the product links in the description, so make sure to check them out and grab the one that fits your style and game perfectly. If this video helped you in any way, don't forget to hit that like button. It really motivates us to keep bringing you honest, helpful gear guides. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss our upcoming reviews, comparisons, and buying tips. Your support means everything. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.